Hey guys, welcome to another video and welcome to my channel. And today we're gonna look at another palette bingo. I haven't done this since spring, I believe. So today I thought we could do that again, and this time we're actually gonna look at a different brand than the last time. So today we're gonna work with Colourpop. I've always wanted to do this type of video with other brands, not just Wooden's Eye, which is the one that I did the last video with. But I unfortunately don't really have that many palettes from different brands. I usually have like one or two, and that's kind of it. So I needed to get some new palettes, and now that I actually have 3 palettes, I thought we could try it. So the way this video works is I need approximately 6 shades because I usually use like 3 matte shades and then 2 to 3 shimmer shades, so roughly 6. Since we have 3 palettes, that means 2 shades from each palette. And I use random number generator to pick 2 random shades from each palette, and that's how we pick our shades. I've actually filmed the shade picking part a while ago because I don't know, I just filmed that video and then I didn't have time to actually film the look for it, so here we are. I think it's been like a month or something, and now I've just found it in my camera, so we're gonna do it today. It's gonna be green look because apart from one shade, all of the shades are green. And I'm actually cheating a little bit because one of the 2 shades that I picked from the Tinkerbell palette actually landed on a shade that is not from Colourpop. Since this is magnetic palette, I kind of rearranged it, and this shade are my single shadows. So this one is Nomad Cosmetics Royal Orb, I believe that's how it's called. So I'm cheating a little bit, but the shade that was here instead is very similar to another shade that I've picked from the Winnie the Pooh palette. So I would have 2 repeating shades and I would have to draw a new shade anyways, so I just thought this will be easier, and I like this duochrome a lot more than the original shade. So we picked 2 shades from each palette, and as I said, it's all gonna be green. I will shortly show you the clip of me picking out the shades and like swatching them and all that, but it's mostly shimmer heavy and mostly green colors, which I don't mind at all. This is probably the most cohesive color story that I got from this challenge, like ever. And I just thought that we could kind of sit down, play with makeup, try something else. Also, all of these palettes are in my summer palette, like summer collection, or like the palettes that I want to use in summer. So this way I'm gonna get uses in all 3 of them, and I'm gonna be able to refresh my memory on how these shades perform, and if I still like them as much as I used to. So I'm gonna prime my eyes and show you the clips of me drawing these shades, and then we can start. So here are the 3 palettes that I've picked for this video, or the only 3 palettes that I have from Colourpop. It's the Sprinkle a Little Magic from Colourpop, it's the Tinkerbell collection, then the Sweet as Can Be palette from the Winnie the Pooh collection. This one is extremely cute. And then also the Legend of Korra palette that came out a couple months ago. So first let's focus on the Tinkerbell palette, and this palette has 9 shades, so we're gonna be picking numbers from 1 to 9. And as I said, there are 2 shades that aren't originally from this palette, but I've kind of rearranged it. So here we can try to generate, and the first shade was the shade 6, or the 6th shade, so that means the kind of dark tealy shimmer shade that's called Neverland. It's a very pretty satin shade. I don't usually use it that much, but sometimes when I want to connect my shimmers to the matte outer corner, I use this shade. And then the second shade that we draw was the 4th shade, which is the Nomad Cosmetics shade in Royal Orb. And this one is like a multi-chrome, so it goes from goldy green to more dark turquoisey color, and I really love these two. Then from the Winnie the Pooh, this one has 10 shades, so I had to adjust the number range. So we're drawing shades from 1 to 10, and the first number is gonna be number 10, so it's the last shade. It's kind of like a deep wine color. It's dark berry, almost kind of brown, and it's called In My Rumbly, I believe. And then the second shade is the shade number 3, which is this light green tealy color. This one is a shimmer shade. It's very beautiful. It has gold speckles in it as well. And this one I really like. And the last 2 shades are gonna be from the Legend of Korra palette. And here you can see how she looks like from the inside. And the first shade that I've drawn from the random number generator was the number 5. So it's this goldy light green color that's perfect for inner corner highlight. And then the last number was the number 9, which is this really deep kind of grayish green color with a little bit of sparkle. So here you can see how the shades look like. It's very green. There's only 2 mattes, but we're gonna work with it. Today I'm gonna be again using this BeautyBay eyeshadow base, and I'm gonna link the previous video that I filmed with the Odin's Eye palette, and there's also one new video coming. I'm probably gonna upload it a little bit after this video. I have a couple other videos that I want to upload in the meantime, but just so you know, there's gonna be another palette bingo soon. So we're gonna start with the Winnie the Pooh palette, and one of the matte shades, the lighter matte shade that we draw, was this kind of grape or red wine shade called In My Tumbly. So we're gonna start with that in our crease, and I'm gonna use my Sigma E24 blending brush. I like this brush. I pretty much always use it to start my crease, so we're gonna use it today as well. And I usually first kind of pack it in place, and then I start moving my brush. That's just the way that it works for me a little bit. That's just the way that it works for me. So this is one I done. I'm kind of swooping it a little bit up because I think I'm gonna do one of those liner type of looks. So I wanna kind of prepare for the wing. And now the only other matte that we have available is this shade Pro Bender from the Legend of Korra palette, so we're gonna use that to create wing, and I'm using this Little Cosmetics 230 detail brush. It's like a very small brush that's kind of flat on one side, and I've actually been using this one for eyeliner quite a bit lately, so we're gonna try to draw the wing. So something like this. Now we're gonna like color it in. It's kind of like a really deep black and gray color. It's not fully black and it's not like really gray, it's kind of somewhere in between. So I think this is gonna be the wing. Now I'm gonna do it on the other eye. So now the wings are done. There's kind of weird lighting situation, but I hope it's gonna be okay. They're not really the same, but they're kind of similar enough, so we're gonna leave it like that. Now we're gonna use our NYX Glitter primer and put that on our lids. And now we're gonna start with the shade from the Nomad Cosmetics, and we're gonna put that on the first like half of our lid. This one is very sparkly and very like goldy green, going to more like turquoisey, like bluey green, which I really like. I don't know, but I feel like with the red color, or like the reddish color, it kind of looks Christmassy, at least in my opinion. And when it comes to the mattes from Colourpop, I quite like them. I feel like the Winnie the Pooh palette has probably the worst quality shadows out of all these three palettes. The matte, the one that I used isn't that bad, but the others are kind of a little bit more drier. This one is just a little bit like harder to build up to its opacity. I feel like it's not dark enough, at least not as dark as it seems in the palette. Now that we're done with this shimmer, we're gonna use the shade Neverland, this one, to kind of deepen it up in the outer corner. This one is it's kind of like a satiny shade, so I always use it in the second half of my lid to kind of connect it with the matte shades. Otherwise, if it was lighter, I wouldn't use it at all, because I don't really wear satiny shades. I would rather wear all matte look than put a satin shade on my lid. So if I wear it, it's only in the outer corner to kind of mesh the shimmer shades with the matte shades. So this is how that looks like, and we have all the shades from Tinkerbell used. Now from the Legend of Korra, we're gonna use this shade Endgame in our inner corner. It's a very beautiful like light yellowy green, and this one is pretty sparkly. I think like the Legend of Korra has the most sparkliest of the shades, of the shimmers. So we're gonna put that right here. It almost looks like champagne gold, but it has a little bit of green green in it, and I love how light it is. So that's what we have. And the last shade that we are supposed to be using is the shade Honey Tree from the We Need to Poop Out. It's this like cool kind of like minty green that has gold speckles in it, and we're gonna use that on my on our lower lash line. Because usually when I do these types of looks with this like really big wing, instead of putting mattes on my lower lash line, I just put some really fun shimmer there or something to kind of connect it all. So just to give it a little bit of something extra. And I really like this shade. It's not as sparkly as I would love it to be, but on places like these it's pretty fun shade to use and it looks really cute. Especially if you have green eyes or even like brown eyes, I think would look really, really cute with this shade. So that's it. I'm gonna pop some mascara, lashes probably, or maybe just mascara and liner, and then we're gonna focus on the rest. Okay, so I'm done with the look. I've tried a couple new products and I'm gonna tell you a little bit of what I think about it. It's gonna be a little bit of a first impression. So on my eyes, I have this eye pencil because I thought it kind of matches the under eye. This one is She Color and Style Twin Kail pencil. I don't know if you can get it, but that's what I have on. Then I'm using this Rimmel Extra Super Lash mascara. I've been using it probably in the last 3 days. I think it's like 4th time that I'm using this. It's not a bad mascara, but it's not the best. It's kind of just like okay. It does what it's supposed to. Today my lashes are kind of, I don't know, I feel like it glues them together too much. It doesn't really separate them. They're quite long, but they're missing like the fullness. So that's for that. Then on my face, I'm trying this Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless foundation. This is my first time trying it. I know it's such an old foundation, but I've never really been into foundations, so that's why. And I have it in the shade 115. I mainly don't wear foundation because they're too sticky and oily, and I have like combination skin, but this one is amazing. Immediately after I applied it, it like dried down. I didn't have to powder it. The only thing that I powdered is my under eye concealer, and it's pretty nice. One thing I would say, it's a little bit, well, it's not dark on me right now because it's summer, but I feel like in the winter I'm gonna have to buy a lighter shade if I'm gonna decide that I like it enough. But this one, when you're swatching it, it's a little bit lighter, and then it kind of oxidizes and turns a little bit darker and like yellowier or orangier, or at least this shade does. So I might actually buy one shade lighter for my winter color, winter shade. But I was swatching the lighter one and it was so white, so I don't know, I'm gonna have to see how it oxidizes, and maybe I'm gonna buy lighter one as well. And I used it with this Fit Me Matte and Poreless primer. I'm almost out, it's like there's barely anything left, but since it's from the same line and I have it and I really like this primer, I thought why not. Concealer is this last ingredient from Rimmel. I'm almost out as well, but this one is amazing and it looks so pretty. And then on my face, I've used this blush from Revolution. Is the Fast Base blush in the shade Peach, and then this light stix from the Wings collection. This one is the Darcy one, and I applied them with wet sponge, and when you do it like that, you get the most glass looking healthy skin. It's such a beautiful combination, especially with this look, which is like green, but it has a little bit of that like pinky color in the crease. It's such a beautiful combination. You just take your sponge and kind of like, you know, rub it on it and apply it on your face, and it's so pretty. It looks amazing, and I really like how this look turned out. I wasn't really sure where this is gonna go after I did the wings, but I think I really like it. And on my lips I have this Maybelline Vinyl lipstick in the shade 105 Golden. Lately I've been really enjoying Maybelline, so I might actually try more products from them because everything I have so far is really nice. I think I want to try their the powder, the Fit Me setting powder, and I want to try the Fit Me blushes because one of them is kind of like peachy, and I was really and I'm eyeing that one quite a bit because that one looks really pretty. So that's it for this look. I hope you like how it looked, how it turned out. As I said, I really like it. I'm gonna show you a little bit closer of how it looks like. It's a very beautiful, kind of easy but still fun look, and I like it. I usually don't do these wings as big, but today I guess I was just feeling like it. It's always, you start with small and then this happens, but I really like how it looks like. Here is how it looks like in different lighting. I don't know if you can see anything right now, but I just thought I'm gonna show you different lighting situations, so maybe that will kind of show you better, especially like the shift on the Nomad Cosmetics shimmer that I have on my lid. So that's it for today's video. Let me know if you liked it. As I said, I'm gonna do a second time of me trying this type of video with the Udens Eye palettes that I have. And there are also a lot more videos coming. I'm actually gonna be uploading a little bit more now than I did before, since during summer I just have more time, and I've also had a lot of ideas of what I can what kind of videos I can create. Let me know if there's a type of video that you would want me to shoot for you, and I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. So bye.